We're going to start boiling down some birch sap into syrup. I did this once already because I wanted to try one before I actually recorded one. And I was working somewhere else in the house while this was boiling down. And I started to smell like marshmallows burning. What's that? Oh, my cellar! And I run to the pot, looked in, and it was just charred black on the bottom. So I have this pot right full. I'll calculate how much is actually in here. I think it's about 6 liters. But you can see the dark color already, eh? So I don't know if that's a 100 to 1 they're saying, or will it be more? We'll have to wait until the syrup is done and then calculate exactly how much it is. I have a 2-liter jug in the fridge already. So what I'll do, now I can just turn it on high and let it boil. But when it gets down to a sweet liquid, when it gets about halfway down, I'll put that 2 liters in, and when it boils down again, I'll take whatever else that has came out of the trees out there and I'll put that in. But when it gets to a sweet liquid, then I'll start setting my timer on my phone for every 15 minutes, and I'll come back and check it. And then I'm going to boil this down to a syrup. In reality, you could just boil it down to a sweet liquid and just have it there as just a drink, right? But if you want something for pancakes or something, of course you boil it down to a syrup. So this is the beginning, and like I said, I've got the burner up on high. And we will see what we'll get. I already put the 2 liters that was in the fridge in there, and I forgot to record it. You can see how it's turning brown now, syrup color. I went out and got the sap that was out on the trees. So almost 2 liters here. So we've got 10 liters in all. Make sure I don't get any flies in my pot. And so now we've got that much. I'm going to let it boil down, like I said, to about half the pot, and then I'll start to use my timer to remind me every 15 minutes. So that was 10 liters, and the pot's halfway down now. So I'm going to set my timer for 15 minutes. Start, and every 15 minutes I'll check on this. Now it's shortly after 4. This has been going for almost 8 hours. I think what's left there will probably fit in this small dipper I have here. And the reason for putting it over there, with it in this bigger area, as it gets down it starts to thicken up. It's easier for it to burn on. So I transferred over to a small one at this point. So let's see. Like I say, I think it'll fit. Just barely, but it fit. And I'm going to put it back on this small burner. The smaller burner, the dipper just fits on it, you see. And I'll turn off that one and we'll boil it down in there now. Coming along now, can feel that the liquid is getting heavier, and when I come to initially stir it, I can feel that there's sugar starting to stick on, so I'm going to have to be checking it quite often now. 540, so we've got four. That will be, it was 8, 9, 9.5. It'll be 10 hours by the time this is done, maybe 10.5. I'm going to turn the burner considerably down now, because if I leave that on high, it'd only be a flash between done and burnt. See how much is left here. It doesn't seem to be sticking to the spoon, but at this point I'm going to turn it off and let it cool down, because it'll evaporate more, and see what it's like when the final evaporation is from this. And if it's not enough, I'll bring it back up to a boil and let it cool down again. I only warmed it up one more time, and then I left it at this. You can see how the sugars now are sticking to the bottom. And if you wanted to use it as a same as maple syrup, then you might want to heat it up again and get it a little more thicker. But remember, we had 10 liters of sap, and the cup is 250 milliliters. So just a minute. Let's see if it'll be more than a quarter of a cup. So basically a quarter of a cup. $100 to 1, $120 to 1. I'm just warming up a pan here. Now I'm going to cook myself some steak, but bring you up there so that you can actually see me taste this. It's awfully sweet. I can't say I like it, but that's a matter of personal preference. And I better turn down that burner. Due to the amount of sap I was getting, and that was 9 hours. It would be about the same price as what you would buy in the store. I was just at the store earlier today, and I checked the price of 100% maple syrup, and for about 100 milliliters you'd be paying $2.50. This was about $1.80 for me to boil this down in electricity. So except for in the case of food security. There is an option, but if you're looking at saving money, this ain't the way to go. So there is our experiment. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, hit the like button and come back for the next one. I'll see you in the next video.